And here's a stat that'll probably surprise you. Did you know there are more than 1 million charitable organizations in the United States? So how do you go about determining which ones are the ones that you might like to help out? Helping us to figure that out this morning is Ken Horton. He's the Vice President of Finance and Risk Management at Cal Coast Credit Union. Good to see you again.
Good morning, Jim.
So that stat, which is kind of a mind blow, I mean, where do you start? How do you figure out who it is that you want to give to?
Well, the first thing is really look inside your heart and ask yourself, what are the things that you are really passionate about? Because there are so many different causes, everything from homeless to hunger to abandoned pets, so many different causes. So you really want to look at, first of all, what are you passionate about and the types of things that you can get involved in and really stick behind.
Yeah, and just to clarify, we're not talking about any scams out there. We're talking about picking a legitimate charity. But even in that choice, there are some that maybe spend more money on overhead than others, and so you want to be careful about that.
You do want to be careful. So one thing to consider is look at local charities for a couple of reasons. First of all, the money stays local as opposed to going to a national organization. So the money stays local and it deals with local problems and local causes in the community. And the other thing is that they're governed and managed locally. So they're more familiar with the local issues than perhaps a national organization might be. So consider a local charity as opposed to maybe a much larger charity.
In terms of finding out, though, whether or not they are spending, you say there is a guideline to follow in terms of how much money they should be spending toward what it is that they're trying to accomplish as opposed to advertising what they're spending on their management and their CEO and that kind of thing.
Yes, and a good guideline is you should be looking for at least 75% of the total revenue of that charity being spent directly for the cause that it purports to support. So you want to see them minimizing their overhead, whether it be salaries and benefits or their buildings. You want to see that be as lean and as small as possible so that the maximum amount of your donation is going to that cause.
Mm-hmm. And is there, on your website, have you put up a guide there to help us out with that in terms of how to pick the right one?
Yes. So if you go to Know and Plan on our website, which is calcoastcu.org, you can go there. There's some good information there. There's also some other websites as well, like charitynavigator.org and guidestar.org, where you can actually go out and do some research on charities based upon some independent information. And that can give you some good insights on how well the charity is being run.
Yeah, a lot of it sounds like some common sense here.
Common sense, do your homework, do your research, and be careful of scams because they are out there.
Yeah, good point. Very, very good point. Ken, thank you so much.
Thank you.
And